Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're looking at YellowJackets episode 9 titled DoomComing. What another crazy, fantastic episode. There's so much to talk about. I hope this video doesn't run too long because there's a lot to discuss. A lot of questions were answered, but there's also a lot yet to discover. Before we go into the recap and review, please make sure to like this video if you guys have been enjoying it. Please make sure to subscribe if you're new. Let's take a look at YellowJackets episode 9. So the episode begins where we last left off at the ending of last episode, episode 8. Sean is confronting Adam about the blackmail. She's accusing him of being the one that's behind everything with all the blackmailing, right? Adam obviously doesn't know about anything she's talking about. He's acting all confused. This is where I was skeptical. I was like, is he like just playing the game still? Like, is he trying to make it seem like he's not really, a part of all this? Or is he telling the truth? And so Sean is like rummaging around the house. While she's rummaging around, she sort of gets like flashbacks of like stuff in the woods, stuff between her and Adam. She then comes across a book in one of his drawers, and this book is based off of their experience in the woods, the girls, right? So Adam, he stated earlier in the show that he didn't know anything about her past. He said that he didn't know anything about it. So this was sketchy because he said that, and now he has a book based on their experience, so he was obviously lying about that. And this is where it clicks to Shauna that she can't believe anything that he's saying. So she grabs a knife and starts threatening Adam with the knife. He says he just wanted to know more about her experience and to connect with her more, and that's why he got the book. Adam starts to slowly approach her. He tries to grab the knife. Based on Shauna's own instincts that she probably got from the woods, she just goes and stabs Adam, and he falls to the floor, and he's presumed dead. I mean, like, he's dead. I know I said about Van, and I was like, oh, I think Van's dead, and then she wasn't. Nah, like, Adam is dead. Like, it's confirmed, like, this dude is dead. This was a crazy opening. Like, this was crazy. Adam's dead, and he's not Javi. And I know I said Javi in last episode. I saw all your comments. There was no excuse for that. That was just a brain fart. That was my bad. It won't happen again. I mean, obviously it won't happen again because Adam is dead. It's not confirmed that he's Javi. So, I mean, I guess that theory is just out the window. And we will circle back around to this later about Adam and, like, what may happen with him. Or, like, we didn't really get much answers pertaining to his identity. We still don't even know, like, what his real name is, right? Because he was using a fake identity. So I think there still is room there for some surprises, but we'll get to that. But moving on with the recap, we then go back to the woods, 1996 with the girls, right? They're eating some, like, rotten berries. They're talking about how homecoming would have been the next day, I believe. And they talk about how they should do their own homecoming in the woods. And so they name this homecoming DoomComing since they think they're going to die in a couple of days anyway. And Jackie says one line, like, they can celebrate over rotten berries and their impending doom. The name of this episode is obviously titled DoomComing, which is pretty much what this whole episode will be about. But after this, we go back to present day, where we see Shauna go back to her home. She opens up her safe to find that the journals are back in her safe now. So someone put them back there, right? She obviously now looks to her husband, Jeff, and she now thinks that maybe he was the one who did all the blackmailing. She asks him about the glitter on the floor in the closet. And so now Jeff realizes he's been caught red-handed, and he just starts spilling everything. And it turns out Jeff is the one who's been blackmailing these girls all along. This was such a surprise. I think I said in a couple of videos that I thought Jeff might be behind it. I thought maybe like Jeff and Jackie or something like that. But I wasn't like concrete in that theory. I honestly thought it was Adam or Javi. I thought Adam was Javi and he was behind all this. That theory was just nothing. Like, that doesn't even matter now. So it was Jeff. And the reason why he blackmailed these girls is because a rival mattress store was running him out of business, and so he needed to take a loan out, so he went to some loan sharks out to get some money. And so he obviously doesn't have enough money now to pay back that loan, which is why he blackmailed these girls, because he didn't want to get Shauna involved. He didn't think Shauna was going to be a part of it, but he thought maybe Thaisa or Nat would have that money. And then as we know, Jeff has that money, the $50K from Thaisa and Nat, so he paid those loan sharks back, and now they shouldn't be a problem, right? So how do you guys feel about Jeff being the blackmailer? I think Jeff being the blackmailer is good, but I think his reasoning, it's a little anticlimactic. The fact that it's just like a rival mattress store is what caused all this blackmailing, I think that's sort of weak. It doesn't feel like anything like strong to go off of. It's just, I think our theories were like a lot more crazier. So our expectations were like sky high. We thought Jackie was coming back from the dead. We thought, Adam was growing up Javi, like all this crazy stuff. And the fact that it's just like Jeff wanted to have some money so that his store doesn't go out of business, sort of weak. I'm not going to lie. But how do you guys feel about it? So Jeff thinks that they can get past this, him and Shauna. But then Shauna is sort of like, I don't think so. And then she contemplates, like what she actually just did. And as we'll see in the next scene, she'll admit to actually killing Adam to Jeff. But before that scene, we go back to the woods in the past, right? They're preparing for this DoomComing. Misty asks Coach Ben Scott if he wants to go to the dance with her. Now, Coach Ben is obviously still scared of Misty, so he reluctantly says yes to this dance. We then see Shauna and Jackie walking in the woods. Jackie talks about how she doesn't want to die a virgin, so she's going to go lose her virginity to Travis. This confuses Shauna because, Jackie knows about Nat and Travis. Jackie throws in this line saying, "Oh, like, do you like Travis? Because I don't want, a boy to get in between us. I don't want to compete over the same guy." And this is just Jackie throwing some hints out there that she knows about Shauna and Jeff. So now we get to the scene I was just talking about. We see present day, Shauna is talking to Jeff. Shauna admits to just killing Adam. Jeff is sort of trying to piece this all together. Like, why would she kill someone? Like, who is this guy? Shauna talks about, this is the guy that bumped into me, the rear ended me in the crash or whatever. And so she has to admit to this affair because how else is she going to explain, why she's been in contact with Adam? And so Shauna admits to her affair. She says it was only because of Bianca and Jeff. As you guys remember in the first couple episodes, Shauna thought Jeff was having an affair with this girl named Bianca. So Jeff says that it wasn't an affair. Bianca was part of that lone shark group and that he was actually scared of her. And this was something I put out there a while ago too, and I saw you guys in the comments also catch on to it, that I didn't think Jeff was actually having an affair. It just seemed like, the show was trying to tell us that when it obviously could have not have happened. And then you guys in the comments, I think some of you guys too also said that you don't think Jeff was having an affair with Bianca. I didn't know it was going to be like this lone shark thing, but, I think I sort of called that Jeff wasn't having an affair. After this, we get another quick scene in the past where Jackie is doing Misty's makeup. They're talking about Coach Ben, and Jackie says that Misty actually deserves someone that is going to love her. And this was just like a quick scene, like this is all that really happened in that scene. We then come back to present day. Jeff and Shauna are still talking. Jeff wants to actually take the blame for Shauna's murder. He wants to put it all on him. He talks about more about the blackmail stuff and who might have known about it. He admits that Randy, his best friend, also knew about the blackmail stuff. If you guys remember Randy, in the past, Shauna said that Randy was the one that impregnated her when she was talking to Jackie about it, because she didn't want Jackie to know that it was Jeff who was actually impregnated her. So she said it was Randy, and now we see his name being brought up as we see that Jeff and Randy are still friends to this day. So then Jeff brings up the idea of, just lying to Taissa and Nat and saying that, because Shauna obviously doesn't want for Taissa and Nat to know that Jeff is the one that blackmailed them. That's not good for anyone, right? So Shauna and Jeff agree that they're going to lie to Taissa and Nat and say that it was actually Adam who was blackmailing them. As we know, he wasn't actually the one blackmailing them, it was Jeff. But they're going to lie to Taissa and Nat. Now back in the woods, we see Misty grab this book from the forest. In this book, she has some mushrooms, some shrooms that, hallucinogenic shrooms. She takes them out and she's bringing them back to the camp, right? We then get a quick little scene where we see Taissa and Van talking. Taissa made some masks so that Van doesn't feel left out. As we see, she's got like an eye patch on. Her face is still healing up. So Taissa made some masks so that she wouldn't feel left out. We then see Shauna, who's getting ready for this DoomComing. She's trying on a dress. It's not really fitting her because as we see, her stomach is getting noticeably more bigger. So Misty goes upstairs to help her, but she leaves the shrooms on the cooking table. And so as she goes up, we see that the girl who was cooking, who I don't know who it was, she puts the shrooms in the soup, I guess, they were having. We then get another quick scene in the present where we see Misty and Jennifer. Jennifer's obviously the reporter that she still has holed up in her basement. Jennifer tries to bait Misty into sort of coming out about all the information that happened in the woods. She says that Misty should feel left out since none of the surviving girls ever reach out to her. And that was just this quick little scene. But now in the past, we actually get to the DoomComing. We see that they decorate the woods like how an actual homecoming would look. Pretty impressive production design. I like this. It was like a cute little thing that they were trying to do. I thought it was nice. We get a nice cute little moment where Van and Taissa kiss in front of everyone. Everyone's reassuring and they all clap for them. It's all happy. We then see Misty watch on as everyone drinks the soup. And she knows that there's shrooms in there, but nobody else knows. After this, Lottie wants a quick moment of silence and a toast for Laura Lee, who is now dead. After the toast, Misty wants a slow dance because she wants to dance with Coach Ben, right? So she asks Coach Ben for this dance, but they need some music, right? So then all the girls start breaking out into song of Kiss from a Rose by Seal. Probably the most nostalgic 90s song you could pick. I love Batman Forever, which I think is what that song was made for, was for Batman Forever movie. That song is so good. I thought this was such a great moment watching all the girls sing. Then we go into the actual song in the background. I really enjoyed it, maybe just because I'm a borderline 90s kid, and I love that song. We then see Nat and Coach Ben go off on their own to drink some real booze. While they're doing that, we see Jackie and Travis slow dancing, and then Jackie asks Travis if they want to go somewhere else. Travis says yes, and they go off. After this, we go back to the present day. A quick little scene between Shauna and Jeff. Jeff pretty much just says that he still loves Shauna, even though that she had an affair. Jeff is still going to be loyal to her. We then get to see Taissa and Nat, and they get messages from Shauna saying that she found the blackmailer and wants them to meet her at a certain location. After this, we go back to the past. We see Coach Ben and Nat. They're drinking the booze. All of a sudden, the mushrooms start to hit both of them. Coach Ben starts tripping. Nat starts tripping balls. Nat says that she believes Misty might have poisoned them. This was the line in the trailer. It's not as, climactic or crazy as we thought. Like, Misty didn't actually poison them. I think she was trying to have some fun with the shrooms, and it just ended up getting into the soup and now affecting all of them. She probably didn't plan this. And so all the girls start tripping. I love mushroom scenes in movies and shows. I think there's so much you can do with it, so much fun to be had there. And that's exactly what happens in the next couple of scenes. We get the line where Lottie says we're not going to be hungry much longer. From there, we see Travis and Nat go up into the attic, right? Before they start to make out, Travis sort of pulls away and says that he's actually in love with Nat. And so this obviously angers Jackie. She starts going on a rant about Shauna and Jeff and how she knows about them. She starts saying how nothing matters, we're all cells in this planet. She starts going all existential crisis on Travis. And I guess this speech is enough for Travis to forget about his love for Nat, because then he just goes in for the kiss with Jackie and just forgets about Nat and will seemingly sleep with her. And so while they're doing that, we see Lottie say a line where she says that, she wants to go find Nat and Travis because she believes that Travis doesn't belong to Nat. I thought it was such a cool line. I was laughing. I was oh shit, Lottie's about to just go crazy right now. And so all the girls go off to go find Nat and Travis. Javi stays back. He's also tripping. He stays back by the fire in the woods. So then we get to see the sex scene between Jackie and Travis. While this is happening, we see the girls running through the woods to go back to the cabin. And I think they hear either wolves howling or was it bears growling? It sounded more like a growl than a howl. But whatever it does, it channels their animalistic instincts, and they just start howling back at the sound or start running faster. Just it's so crazy. And then back with Travis and Jackie, Travis starts to I think the mushrooms are hitting him a little bit too hard. He doesn't know where he is. But they finish, so they go back downstairs because the girls walk into the cabin. Lottie just starts making out with Travis, and then Shauna makes out with Travis. Jackie's trying to get in between, what's going on. They lock Jackie in the closet. And so this is where the scene we get of them all undressing Travis, right? They're all starting making out with them, caressing them. This is where I'm going to do a quick movie recommendation. If you guys haven't seen Midsommar, I'm sure a lot of you guys have because this has the same vibes. Go watch Midsommar because this has a lot of the same qualities. It has a lot of cult vibes, there's mushroom scenes in here. Highly recommend go watching Midsommar if you enjoy the story and vibe of YellowJackets. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it, but just wanted to quickly put it out there because this is where it reminded me of Midsommar. This quick little scene is all the girls are caressing Travis. The shrooms start to hit them a little bit too much as they start, going a little bit crazy. Shauna hallucinates, peeling his skin off. In the background, we see Van and Taissa. They start to make out and they go off on their own. Travis is able to sort of come out of it, realize that these girls are being a little bit too rough, and he's able to escape and run out of the cabin. You hear the YellowJackets theme in the background as the girls start chasing Travis through the woods. We get a quick little scene where Javi is watching, Travis being chased, and he calls out to Shauna, and then Shauna, this deep, growly voice is run, and then that's how that scene ends. We then get a quick little sex scene again between Taissa and Van. Taissa wants to see Van's face for what it truly is, so Van takes the mask off. It's sort of I guess Taissa accepting Van for whoever she looks, because I guess she actually loves her. We then go back to Nat and Coach Ben. Coach Ben inspires Nat to go after Travis if she actually likes him. So Nat gets up and she goes to go find Travis. Once she leaves, Misty just comes out of the woods, starts to try and kiss Coach Ben. And Coach Ben admits that he doesn't love Misty, but he loves his boyfriend, Paul. He admits that he's gay. This obviously upsets Misty a lot. So Nat makes her way back to the cabin. She finds Jackie there locked up in the closet. She gets Jackie out. The girls get Travis and they tie him up. This is where we see Lottie become the Antler Queen as she puts the headpiece on. And now I think we all sort of knew Lottie was going to become the Antler Queen. We saw it in the beginning episodes, someone was going to become it. We got foreshadowing that, with I feel like it was a vision or a scene where the antlers were behind Lottie. That was pretty much just telling us that she was going to become the queen. So it's pretty much confirmed here that she will become the Antler Queen, in the full suit very soon. So they have Travis tied up. Shauna hallucinates his head being a deer head, and Lottie's encouraging Shauna to slit his throat. I guess they were planning to eat him, right? They weren't, I mean, I guess at first they wanted to bang him maybe in the cabin. Then once he ran, they got him, and if Shauna's hallucinating him as a deer, like, food is probably on their mind. And Lottie also said, like, we're not going to be hungry much longer. So I guess their intentions here were to actually eat Travis. Before Shauna can fully slit his throat, Nat comes out of nowhere, sort of saves the day, like, unties Travis. I thought it was so weird how Travis is just sort of like, thanks, and then runs away, just like leaving Nat there. And then Nat's got to like defend herself a little bit with a knife. And I think Lottie and her exchange some dialogue, and that's how the scene ends. I just thought it was so weird how like Nat literally saves Travis's life, but like I guess he's messed up on shrooms, so he doesn't really know what's going on. But now back to present day, we see Shauna, Taissa, and Nat meet up at Adam's apartment, right? Shauna's showing Taissa and Nat Adam's dead body. So she makes up a story about how, she had to defend herself, Adam was coming at her, so she had to stab Adam or else she would have died. Nat is looking for the $50K. Shauna says that like she doesn't know where it is. She's now lying to them, which isn't good. And then Nat is upset at Shauna for killing him because they wanted answers. Now they can't get answers if he's dead. And so as they discuss on what to do next, it looks like Nat is going to contact Misty for murder cleanup. And so then we get to see Misty in the basement again with Jennifer. Jennifer continues to bait Misty, talking about how like, oh, you guys must have eaten each other. Misty doesn't really confirm it that they ate each other, but she was like, like we were young, we had to survive. Jennifer says that she should come out with it and, she'll be the first one to do it. We then get a knock at the door. Misty goes upstairs. It's Nat at the door asking to help Misty with the murder cleanup, right? Nat like apologizes. And then like once Nat asks Misty for help with cleaning up a murder, Misty feels like flattered by this request. Like that's what her facial expression is. It's not like she's not shocked or scared or anything. She's like flattered that Nat would come with this request. She just continues to be crazy. So that was the ending of this episode. My rating for this episode, I think it's a 4.1 out of 5. Maybe a little bit too high, but I think this episode was great. I had so much fun with it. Like right from the beginning, seeing Shauna kill Adam, like that was crazy. That came out of nowhere. Then we got to figure out who's actually behind all the blackmails with Jeff. Even though his motive with the mattress stuff, I'm not a huge fan of, the fact that we got to figure out it was Jeff is pretty big. I think all the stuff in the past in the woods was great. This was a great woods episode. Seeing all the mushrooms, I love that. Seeing Jackie and Travis and everything there, I thought that was really cool. And then to see once the mushrooms actually hit these girls and they start going after Travis and they want to eat him, I thought all that while seeing Shauna in present day sort of now like turning on her friends in a lot of way because she wants to lie for Jeff. I thought it was all very intriguing, very interesting. And then how it all comes together at the end with Nat saving Travis. Like who knows where it's going to go now in the next episode. We also get to see a trailer for next episode, episode 10. I don't think there's much to discuss with that trailer. I don't think they show us too much. Obviously we see that it's going to be the homecoming episode at the end, right? In present day, we'll see them all at homecoming. I'm sure we're going to see a girl returning, from the past that we all thought was maybe dead or we didn't know what happened to them. Maybe Jackie or Van has come back. It just seems like a good little twist to throw in there, right? My only problem is that Taissa was checking up on these girls in the present day. So she's supposed to know about everyone that still survived from this crash, but I'm sure a girl could have sneaked in there that she didn't know about. So I think that's going to happen, but honestly, I don't know what else could happen in episode 10 that we could theorize about. Because all of our theories just got freaking like thrown in the garbage with Adam not being Javi, Adam not being behind the blackmails. We find out it's Jeff, right? So we're just going to see like the culmination of the finale. And then we're in season 2, it's already confirmed, so I'm sure season 1's going to end on a cliffhanger. We're all going to be like itching for season 2. We're going to have to like wait forever to get some answers on so many things. But that is pretty much it. It's like I said, it's not as many theories last episode. But what did you guys think of this episode? Were you guys disappointed in it? Because I could see how some could be disappointed. Like Adam ends up just not being anyone, really. At least for now, we don't know that. Jeff's motive, like I said, I think is a little bit weak with the mattress. But still really cool that it's Jeff and like how he's just, like on Shauna's side a lot now. Seeing him and Shauna now trying to like save their own ass against Taissa and Nat. There could be a lot of fallout there that is definitely going to come at some point. But comment down below what you guys think of the episode. Anything I missed, please let me know. And of course, if you have any remaining theories before the last episode, comment them down below. I did want to do like a cool giveaway for this channel for YellowJackets, obviously. It's just that Showtime doesn't have any official merch for YellowJackets yet. And I didn't want to do some like off-brand YellowJackets thing, So hopefully in season 2, there could be like some cool YellowJacket shirt, like a coffee mug, like a sweatshirt, like a varsity jacket maybe. And I'll do a quick little giveaway for you guys. This is like a thank you because I always enjoy talking to you guys about YellowJackets on here. So make sure you like this video if you guys haven't been enjoying it. Please make sure to subscribe if you're new. I will see you all in the next video. Have a great rest of the day.